Good morning, everyone. Came on this morning just to share a few words of inspiration with you before we get started for the week, in hopes that it inspire you and encourage you to just get up and keep moving. Okay, because number one, you're worthy. Okay, you are worth moving. Keep moving. Don't quit on yourself. I want to share a few words with you this morning, speaking on that subject about don't quit on yourself. You're going to have people that will walk out of your life. There's nothing you can do about that. But don't you quit on yourself. And I feel like we as human beings, we get to that point where we need somebody to reassure us not to quit on ourselves. You know, when you look at everything that you've already accomplished in life, that is a message by itself for you to not give up on yourself. You got enough people in your life that have quit on you, but don't you quit on yourself. Here's one of the reasons why. The only way that you are going to get to your success is you got to stop watching and depending on everybody else. Let me say that again. The only way that you are going to get to your point of success is you got to stop watching everybody else. See, when you watch other people, you have a tendency to feel as though everybody's doing better than me. Everybody's liking, being liked. Let's use Facebook. Being liked except for me. Getting more views than me. But you cannot do that. Get away from that. Focus on what you are doing. And that's anything in life. Whatever you doing, you do your best at it. You be your best. You start up a company, focus on your business. Because you don't have no business with somebody else's business. That's what their goals are. That's what they're attempting. That is their mission. You stay focused on what it is that you need to be focused on. Because the more you sit and watch somebody else, the more you're going to deteriorate in your purpose. Your purpose in life is so important because that's a part of who you have become. And I find that you get more strength and more durability whenever you stay focused on you. And when you can't do that alone, don't you know God will put people in your path to help you to stay grounded. It's important to have people around you to keep you grounded. I don't know who needs to hear this morning, but I know for myself, this is self-talk. Talking to you, I have to do self-talk to myself. And see, when we learn to be transparent, we are being honest with the people that we are speaking to, we're going to be better. Because you cannot pretend as though this is for everybody else but me. You have to realize this is a part of what's going on with me in order that I can speak it out to you, because everybody needs to be reminded, even myself. When you get up in the morning, remind yourself, do not quit on yourself. I have to say that to myself. Electra, don't you quit on yourself. There's some people who may quit on you, but don't you quit on yourself. I have given you a foundation. I have placed people in your path. I have surrounded you with my angels to help you to make it to the next day. Just to make it to the next minute, the next second, the next hour. All of that is important. So don't take for granted the things that you are doing, the ways that your life is impacting others. As my friend always say, And she did a session on Facebook. I mean, on the podcast of believing in yourself if nobody else does. And that's one of the things that helped me to brought that to mind on yesterday. I was watching the podcast that we did together, and it reminded me, Electra, believe in yourself, even if nobody else does. See, the words that people speak into your life is so important, and you need to hang on to those words because you need those words. Don't never think that you have it all together. Don't put it in your mind that you got all the answers, because you don't. Because when you are at your lowest points, I'm speaking of myself, you can be at your lowest points. You're going to have to go back and get that. What somebody else said to you. You put what people say to you in a Pandora box. And yesterday, it was no mistake that God led me to listen to that discussion that we had. Believe in yourself if nobody else believes in you. If nobody else believes in you, you got to do that for yourself, Electra. Say that to yourself. And you know what? When you start doing it and acknowledging that, what people, the words speak, people speak into your life, you're going to be better. See, we so busy trying to think we got it all. Only if that's something I say doesn't have substance to it. No. What other people say to you have substance to it, have meaning to it, and that helps you, again, in some of your weakest moments. I never try to portray like I have it so together. I'm just like everybody else. I'm trying to just do the best I can to keep it together. I believe we all can attest to that. We're doing everything we can to attest to that. One of the things was I was thinking about the vaccine. I'm trying to take the vaccine, but I just keep getting on waiting list. That's something that's going on with me. And the frustration from it. That's me. I'm not saying that have to be somebody else, but that's me. Because I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the pandemic, this virus, and it's starting to mutate, and got that kind of stuff on my mind. I'm not saying somebody else got to have it on their mind. I'm talking about on my mind. I'm talking about protecting my lungs, and I'm talking about not catching this thing. I'm at that point now. I don't even like to look at the newspaper because it's so much loss. You think that maybe I'm the only one that it impacts, I guess. You know, I just can't. I know that that's not true, but I'm just saying I cannot understand how this can't be a priority in our lives. So this needs to become a priority in our lives, to not do it just for ourselves, but to do it for other people, to inspire and encourage other people to do things that's going to help you to move forward in life. And none of us can say, oh, this that, I'm not worried about that. It'll never happen to me. We can't say that. But we can take precautions. And I'm not trying to, badger nobody and say, well, you ought to take it. That's not my goal. My thing is that I know how I'm feeling about it. And I know that there are many other people who have frustrations about it because they've shared it with me. And when you start thinking on things like that, it causes you to think about other stuff. Lord, am I doing everything that I need to be doing in life? Not just about the vaccine, but in life, am I doing everything that I need to do, that I can, to help somebody else? because that's the kind of person I am. I love helping other people. I've always been the type of person that all I wanted in life was just to be a giver. And it don't matter how you giving, you want to be your best at that. But you can't quit. So many of us feel like we want to quit right now. We can't quit. Not on ourselves. Leave that up to the people who want to leave your table. But you stay right there at your table and keep building your table. Everybody in life is not going to always stay with you. Some people are going to get what they need out of your life and they gone. Because when people access you, some people come in with a purpose of, we going to hang through this together. But there are people who come in your life, let's be honest. There are people come in your life only to absorb whatever they can out of you. But even though they quit on you, don't you quit on yourself. Don't never quit on yourself. When you get up in the morning, every day, make sure you tell yourself, I'm not going to quit on me. Can't afford to. You cannot afford to. Because you know why? Your life is touching so many other people's lives. So guess what? Don't depend on those that you may want to see, support, and be there with you. Thank God for the ones that he put there. And you know what? And they want to be there in whatever format they can. That's just life. And that was heavy on my heart after having the experience on yesterday of I just couldn't get it out of my mind about getting this vaccination. Then I started thinking about the podcast. Then I started thinking about the morning talks, just all kind of stuff. Just one, it'd be like a chasing mind. And you just saying to yourself, God, if you don't bring me through, I'm done. And I'm not speaking in a negative over nothing that I'm doing. I'm just saying, you just think on things. Have you ever just thought on some things? You can be thinking about one thing, and then here come 2 or 3 other things that you had no intentions of even coming to your mind on yesterday or the day before or some day. That you woke up with just one thing you was thinking about, and it started introducing some other things. And what about this? And what about that? And you know what that is? At that very moment, God is trying to clarify some things with you in your life and over your life. You know what he's saying? I took care of those things. I helped you to form those things that you have going on, or that you had going on in the past. I took care of that. You don't trust me enough to take care of the next thing in your life. See, God be clarifying some things with us, getting us to think on these things, some things that he's already done, some situations that he's already brought us through, some trials and some tribulations in your life that you didn't even believe you was gonna make it through, but you made it. You yourself made it. And you know what? That's a reminder to tell yourself, I'm gonna be all right. I am going to be all right. You ought to tell yourself that. You don't need nobody else to tell you that. God done already confirmed that for you. You gonna be all right. You might have tears in your eyes, but you gonna be all right. Somebody might have hurt you very deeply, but you gonna be all right. You might feel like my finances just don't look right. I got more month than I got money. And God said, Tell yourself you going to be all right. And you know why you going to be all right? Because I got you. I've been blessing you. I've been taking care of you. Your health might be failing you. That's what you see. But he said, you know what? I've been getting you up and giving you enough strength every morning. And when I do that, I'm telling you, do not quit on yourself. I gave you a little more strength to use that voice that you thought you didn't have. Don't quit on me. That's what God said. Don't quit on me. And when you don't quit on him, that means you're not quitting on yourself. Because that's him telling you that. I've been carrying you. I've been speaking over your life. I've been dispatching angels, bringing blessings down to you. While you were laying in your bed asleep, I was dropping blessings around you. When you wanted to slide down that wall, I put my angels back there to keep your back off the wall. I did that. Don't you quit. Because you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right because why? I got you. I watch over you. And when you are too weak to make steps on your own, I carry you. I carry you. There are a lot of people in this life right now who are hurting. And sometimes we feel like we got a lot of pain. And their pain runs so much deeper. And all you can think about is yourself. That's what God showed me yesterday. There's a lot of people got more pain than you got. Don't tell me you're going to sit here and just think about yourself. Don't you do that, because I'm using your life. How can I use your life if you quit on me? He's not just saying that to me. He's saying that to you too. It's some things that you are doing in your life that God needs you to do those things because he works through human agency. He wants you to do those things. And he's saying to you, don't you quit on me. Don't you dare quit on me. I sent some people that need what I put in you. See, other people that quit on you, guess what? You got to let that go. You got to let that be. Some people quit on you 10 years ago. They were just still camping out every now and then, but they really quit on you 10 years ago. They quit on you 10, 20 years ago. They just camping out now. They just in it for the gain of themselves now. But you can't worry about that. Don't you quit on yourself. Whatever dreams you have, you will never get through them and to them if you quit. It's still some stuff you want to do. Don't you quit. It's still some places you want to go. Don't you quit. It's still some people you want to see. Don't you quit. Do not quit on yourself. And in the midst of it all, you're going to be all right. Yes, you are. You are going to be all right. I'm not just saying that from my lips. I'm saying that from the depths of my heart because that is what he speaks into my mind. You are going to be all right. You are. Tell yourself that. That's not just words. That is not just words coming out of my mouth. That is actually God saying to tell you, you are going to be all right. He's saying it. He's placing it in my mind to share with you. Whoever you are. You don't, if nobody ever likes what you are doing, you're going to be all right. If nobody pays attention to what you are doing, you're going to be all right. Because as long as he say, don't quit on yourself. Don't you quit. Don't you quit. Do not quit. And stop right now. Make it your personal business to remind yourself that the only way that I'm going to get to my purpose, I got to stop looking at everybody else. Because you know what happens when you start looking at everybody else? You feel like everybody else doing better than you. Everybody else's business is flourishing but mine. Focus on your business. You don't know how people might be struggling just keeping their stuff afloat. But that ain't none of your business. Focus on your business. Focus on your goals. Even focus on some of your accomplishments. Because guess what? Everybody don't get to their successes the same way. Everybody don't. But you get there. You get there. I used to be the type of person, I wouldn't even reward myself. And when I got married to my late husband, and he said, I've been watching you. You don't do nothing for yourself. You work and you earn a paycheck and you sit up and talk about what all you might have to do for somebody else. It's okay to do that, but you got to do something for yourself. You need to, I don't care if you just buy yourself a candy bar. You need to do something to reward yourself. And you know what? What I'm finding, that I wasn't the only person like that. There are a lot of people out there like that. So I'm going to tell you this morning, like my late husband told me, start rewarding yourself. If you don't do nothing but buy yourself an ice cream cone, do things to reward yourself. Take yourself out for a meal. Let the people just serve you when we get past this pandemic. Not now. But you can still go in order in some lunch just for yourself. Do something for you. Take care of you. There's nothing wrong with it. And you don't have to feel guilty about taking care of you. You don't have to feel guilty about not quitting on yourself. And you don't have to feel guilty about believing in you. Because you know what? When God made you, he broke the mold. It's nobody else like you. You got to get that in your mindset. Make that a part of your mindset. It's nobody like me. I'm unique. I don't care who try to play your part, your role in life. They can never be you. They can never be you. So this morning, all I'm saying to you is do not quit on yourself. Because God knows you're worthy. That's why he keeps reminding us. Yes, there are going to be people who quit on you. But don't you quit on yourself. Because I got some things in your life that I'm doing and I'm orchestrating. And guess what? I want you to be the one to do it. I want you to be the one to carry out that purpose. I want you to be the one to carry out that blessing before others. And I'm going to bless you as you are blessing them. And blessings don't always mean money. It can just mean having the time, the listening ear for somebody else. You be the one that make that difference. You be the one that make that difference. There's some young people coming up right now. They need to hear your story. They need to hear how you made it. Because they're going to hit some rough spots too. But if you quit, how you going to help somebody else? You can't. If you quit on yourself. So this morning, before I get off, I just want to remind you to, when you rise to your feet this morning, whatever your plans are this morning, and as you go through this day, tell yourself constantly, I'm going to be all right. You know why I'm going to be all right? Tell yourself this. I'm going to be all right. Because I'm not going to quit on me. I am not going to quit on me. Yes, others have quit on me, but I'm not going to quit on me. And that's why I am going to be all right. All right? So y'all have a wonderful day today. It's 44 degrees out there. So if you go outside, like I got to do this morning, going to work, make sure you bundle up. Because y'all, we got to try to stay healthy as we can. We have to. And wear your mask wherever you go. And I'm not telling you nothing that I'm not having to do. And I find it a badge of honor to be able to do it. Because guess what? I still got the use of my limbs. I can put my own mask on. So why not do it? I can put my own hat on so I can cover up these ears. It's stuff I can do for myself because I still have the use of my limbs. Just like you. All right? We're going to keep pushing because we're not going to quit on ourselves. All right? Y'all have a wonderful day. See you guys tomorrow morning. All right. Bye-bye.